sir.
This is a hospital duty. I took 10 minutes of your extra time. I'm very, very sorry for that. I apologize because I was feeling hungry. Hunger needs nothing to know. Hunger needs only food to know. वो खाली पेट वाला ले ले अपन कंठी वाला सुधार जी की कहावत है भूखे भजन ना होए गोपाला ले ले अपन कंठी वाला so we'll be speaking about a very difficult subject called so multiple sclerosis is a chronic inflammatory demyelinating disease from the central nervous system. As we all know, all the neurocells have a myelin sheet, right? So the myelin sheet has four protective layers, and one of them is myelin sheet, which is the fourth layer. Once the myelin sheet is damaged, the nerve cell is damaged. So it is a damage in the brain. It is irreparable loss of the brain, and it is an autoimmune system in which the nerve fibers in the brain and the spinal cord are damaged. The destruction of myelin disrupts from the normal flow of nerve impulses, leading to a wide range of symptoms, including fatigue, weakness, numbness, tingling, balancing issues. MS may affect different people in varying degrees or severity and progression. So we can understand multiple sclerosis. 5 points are there to be noted in multiple sclerosis. Demyelinating neuropathy, demyelination from the central nervous system. It goes to the spinal cord nerves, right? Then it damages the nerve fibers. The transmission of the signals is reduced. Patient becomes gradually paralytic, weak, bedridden, and then he's surrendered to gradually to fatal to his circumstances because of various reasons. Right? पांच बात समझ गए आप कि ये
Yes, sir.
ब्रेन से है माइंड डैमेज हो चुका है और ये ऑटो इम्यून डिजीज है ये अपने आप होता है बॉडी का इम्यूनिटी बॉडी को डिस्ट्रॉय करता है इम्यूनिटी विच प्रोटेक्ट्स यू all friends your enemy now. The best friend of the body is your WBC and all. They are the one who has destroyed you. So it is called an autoimmune disease, right?
Yes,
Multiple sclerosis is a chronic inflammatory disease of the CNS that disrupts the flow of information within the brain, between the brain and body. It's a complex autoimmune disease that primarily affects the myelin sheath. I already told you it affects the myelin sheath and it damages the nerve fibers of the brain and spinal cord. So it's a very dangerous disease. Multiple sclerosis is a very dangerous disease. Shivani, are you there? Shivani? Who write the notes? I don't know. Shivani is the one who writes my notes. Okay. The moment Shivani comes, let me know. Huh? Walid? Walid? The moment Shivani comes, let me know. Okay. Anyone is recording? Walid, are you recording? Walid, are you recording?
It is recorded.
Walid, are you recording? Anyone is recording the issue?
Yes, Walid sir is recording.
Who is recording?
Walid Soke Mukarim sir.
Walid, are you recording? Walid, you always used to record. I don't know if it is recording or not. I did not get any signal. Walid Mukarim. Walid, can you hear me? Walid, can you hear me? Walid, can you hear me? Anyone else has a laptop who can record the show? Anyone is having laptop who can do recording and can upload?
सर रिकॉर्डिंग चालू है बोल रहे
रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है?
हाँ सर
ठीक है, थैंक यू। हाँ, तो आपका सवाल का जवाब मैं क्लास के अंत में दे दूंगा। हाँ,
ओके सर
लेट मी कंप्लीट माई स्लाइड्स। हाँ,
यस
so we come to know the same thing. Yes, thank you. Multiple sclerosis is a chronic inflammatory disease of the central nervous system that disturbs the flow of information. So whatever the information has to go from the brain, it goes to the through the nerves and the neural cells. So these are the myelin sheets you can see. These are the original myelin sheets, right? The brownish color. Can you see that? So these are the myelin sheets, and these are the disrupted myelin sheets of the what in multiple sclerosis. So when these are disrupted, the information which is coming from that, whatever information is stored. For example, you want to drink water, right? So you have to catch this bottle. So you cannot see the bottle. Yes, you can see the bottle. So the signal of information has to go to your muscles and you have to hold it. But since the myelin sheet are damaged, then this information cannot be conveyed in a proper way. Muscles have become weak. And since the muscles have become weak, you cannot what? Cannot work out. Topic over. तीन ही तो चीज है। नर्व प्रेशर में तीनों डैमेज हो गया। माइलिन शीट डैमेज हो गया, द फाउंडेशन इज डैमेज, द बिल्डिंग इज डैमेज। नाउ एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बिकम वीक, वीक वीकर वीकेस्ट। So it starts from weak, it becomes weaker, and then it becomes weakest. Right, Patil? Patil is there? No, the Pankaj is not in the class. You see, with from here I can say who's in the class and who is not in the class. So it's a chronic inflammatory disease. So it becomes once it appears, it becomes a chronic. It does not recover, and as it progresses, right? As it progresses, right? Uh, you lose your brain, spinal cord, and the most difficult thing is lose your eyes. आप अपनी आंखों की रोशनी खो देते हैं. You become blind. So another symptom which is very dangerous with multiple sclerosis is lose your eyes. You lose your speaking capacity, walking capacity. You become bedridden. And so the flow of information with the brain and the body is disrupted. It's totally disrupted, right? MS is a characteristics by destruction of myelin, a fatty substance that insulates and protects the nerve fibers. When myelin shed damages, the nerve impulses slow down and become blocked, and leading to a wide range of symptoms. We already told you, and that can vary greatly depending on the longevity and severity of the damage. So you can understand the longevity and severity and the damage depends on individual to individual cases. जितना डैमेज हुआ है वो माइलिन शीट के कारण डैमेज होते जा रहा है। कौन डैमेज कर रहा है? बॉडी का इंटरनल वे, organs, internal things are damaging the myelin sheet. Once myelin sheet is damaged, the information from the nerve cell to the muscles to the everything is disrupted. सारा communication disrupt हो गया, सब कुछ बर्बाद हो गया. It has been damaged. So जैसे जैसे जो जो चीज बर्बाद होते जा रहा है, वट एवर इज गेटिंग ग्रेजुअली डेमेज फ्रॉम ऑप्टिक नर्व, right? To what you called the nerve fibers, the muscles, you lose your balance, you are not able to walk, you become bedridden, and then you are prone to many other problems, and then gradually you go towards death. And that is the biggest sadistic story of multiple sclerosis, right? Now there is a question: what is going to help? So the biggest replacement of the cells. So the new cells have a multiple, they generate and they have a myelin sheath. So it is a continuous process in which a person has to undergo after every few months. He has to go with IVIG treatment, immunoglobulin therapy treatment, or and stem cell therapy treatment. You have to sustain. At the onset, if you do it, it's very, very good. You not progress to a bad stage. Otherwise, be ready to prepare your eyes, be ready to prepare your hands, be ready to be bedridden, be ready to be on wheelchair. So multiple sclerosis has a various classification. Each suggests a distinct classical patterns and disease progression. The classifications, clinician understanding the course of the disease and tailor the treatment strategies accordingly. So it has a various classifications, right? Every disease has a various classifications and various stages, right? अब कौन से स्टेज में और कौन सा क्लासिफिकेशन है, किस तरह का है मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस, वो किस तरह से आगे जा रहा है, तो उसका क्लासिफिकेशन होता है. मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस से ब्रॉड टर्म, then it has a classification, sub classification, and then according to the nature of the disease your treatment is tailored, right? According to the nature of the problem you do the treatment of the patient. Am I clear? The most subtype of relapsing is remitting RRMS, remitting multiple sclerosis, which is characterized by periods of neurological dysfunctions, relapse followed by the periods of remissions where symptoms improve or disappear. Secondary progressive multiple SPMS typically emerges from RRMS, characterized by gradual neurological in decline with or without relapse. So they relapses also, and the medication is only one or two type of medication which we give, and 1 minute, I'll tell you the name of this. Steroids, right? So so when we give steroids and oxymodulatory or other drugs, this is not disease reversal system. You cannot put a disease reversal system here, right? The problem is uh, the moment your immunity is reduced, you are prone to other infections, right? So the moment you are prone to other infections, you die with the infections and other disease. So according to me, the moment you know, the other remedies has to be taken place to better supplement the body with very good nutrition, right? To maintain the optimum level of immunity, you have to go with other drugs, right? And stem cell therapy is the right therapy because it helps in this type of cases. So in my book, I have written a chapter of multiple sclerosis and stem cell therapy. So taking out stem cell therapy from bone marrow and then classifying it under certain procedure, you replace the dying cells, right? And because you replace the dying cells, you recover the patient in a proper way. Pseudoacupuncture and IBS and advanced brain stimulations helps you to conduct the insulation. So it helps you to create neuroregenerative process can start. तो जब भी आप अच्छी तरह से आप किसी से बात करते हैं, when you speak anyone with politeness, respect, and you give respect to it, it is always said, when anything is deviating from nature, उसको nature की तरफ डाल दो, and nature will take care of. You understood? Disease is against the nature of the body, right? So our work is what? To push it towards the nature, and the nature will take care of. You understood what I said?
Yes, sir.
So here you can understand all these medicines are given only for IVIG treatment, and all these are given for whitewash, but they are not the proper treatment. Stem cell therapy is a supportive treatment, it is not a curative treatment. But if we don't go for stem cell therapy, we'll keep losing the cells, and once we lose the cells, what will happen? You know, you lose your eyes, you lose your health, you will not be able to walk, and you lose everything. जो भी आया सब सत्यानाश. So that is the part of the subject. It is characterized by acute neurological dysfunction followed by the period of remission and often triggered by infections or stress. During remission, the symptoms may disappear or lessen significantly. So relapsing of the symptoms may, the biggest problem here now is that the symptoms may come and symptoms may go. So it is called relapsing and remitting multiple sclerosis, right? So you will see the symptoms have relapsed and again you will see the symptoms have remitted, right? A progressive worsening neurological function, secondary progressive MS. It occurs when over the time with or without relapse. This stage often follows with relapsing multiple sclerosis. Primary progressive multiple, a gradual and standby worsening of neurological functions from the onset of the disease. There are no distinct relapse or remissions. So, one is symptoms आया, symptoms गया, वापस relapse हुआ. Second में neurological functions occurs over time with or without relapse. इसमें without relapse हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है. एक में relapse होता है और reoccurrence and relapse both happens together. और एक में without relapse and relapse it happens. And primary progressive multiple sclerosis from the onset of the disease, there is no distinct relapse or remission. So primary में क्या होता है? The steady worsening of neurological functions continues from the onset of the disease and there is no distinct relapse or remissions. मतलब you do not relapse and nothing changes. It continues to be progressive. So primary progressive multiple sclerosis more difficult. Then comes secondary multiple sclerosis, which brings permanent damage, and relapsing multiple sclerosis. वो symptoms आते हैं and जाते हैं. So this is a classification of what? Multiple sclerosis. The pathophysiology of MS is complex, involves an interplay of genetic and environmental factors. The immune system attacks the myelin sheath. I already told you, it damages is demyelination, axonal damage, and damage disrupts the transmission of nerve impulses. The specific pathology and clinical manifestation of MS vary based on stage of the disease. Understanding these stages is crucial and guiding the treatment and monitoring the disease progression. Right? So most important is what? Understanding the disease, monitoring the disease, and as per the monitoring, whatever drug we have to take immunosuppressants and other medicines which we are there has to take, and then we have to see what we can do. Multiple sclerosis is autoimmune disease. This means the body immune system mistakenly attacks the healthy tissues. In MS, the immune system targets the myelin sheath, which is a fatty substance that protects the nerve fibers and central nervous system. I told you what is a myelin sheath. It protects the nerve. So once the myelin sheath is damaged, there is demyelination. Once there is demyelination, in neuropathy and all, we call demyelinating neuropathy, right? So once the nerve protection is damaged, पांच चार लेयर होता है. अगर माइलिन शीट डैमेज हो गया तो नर्व डैमेज हो गया, एंड वंस नर्व डैमेज हो गया तो फिर सब डैमेज हो गया. देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन अबाउट इट. बात समझ में आया? मोटी सी एक
Yes, sir.
बात यह है कि ये माइलिन शीट को डैमेज कर देता है. मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस का काम क्या है? आपको बेड रिडन कर देना और आपकी आंखों को खत्म कर देना, आपकी बात करने की क्षमता को खत्म कर देना, डिप्रेशन में डाल देना. यू इन्वॉल्व विथ साइकेट्रिक फैक्टर्स बिकॉज इट इज inflammatory disease, damaging and threatening, life-threatening disease. It's just like a life-threatening disease. Because एक तो होता है oxidative stress, because you go to oxidative stage, right? वैसे ही बीमारी, ऊपर से चिंता, ऊपर से घर की चिंता, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल चलो, मुझे मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस हो गया. अब साला हॉस्पिटल की चिंता, अपनी चिंता, स्टेज, रिकवरी, तो चीज बिगड़ते से बिगड़ती जा रही है. एक बार जो चीज बिगड़ने लग गई वो फिर बिगड़ती जाती है. वंस इट स्टार्ट्स डिस्ट्रॉइंग, वो बस बिगड़ते से बिगड़ते 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 कहाँ जाएगी उसका कोई कोई छोर नहीं. ये तो पतन की बात है, तो पतन का कोई अंत होता नहीं है. डिस्ट्रक्शन इज नो एंड. आप एटम बम मार दो, उसके बाद सारा प्लूटोनियम बम मार दो, सारा फिर एटम बम मार दो. जितना खत्म करना उसको खत्म कर दे. तो ये सब ऑटो इम्यून डिसीज का कोई माई बाप नहीं है. देयर इज नो फादर टू ऑटो इम्यून डिसीज. They will keep destroying and they will continue destroying. और जितना डिस्ट्रक्शन होगा, जितना बर्बादी होगा, उतना आपका बर्बादी. आपका बैंक बैलेंस जितना खत्म होगा, उतनी आपकी गरीबी है. समझ में आई मेरी बात? I told you, the information is called the impulse. It is called nerve conduction velocity, right? तो एक बार डिमाइलिनेशन हो गया, इफ देयर इज डिमाइलिनेशन, तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं है नर्व में. जब नर्व में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं है तो सारा इंफॉर्मेशन कहाँ से जाएगा? बल्ब कहाँ से जलेगा? सारा अंदर का वो जो कॉपर ही नहीं है, उसका जो प्लास्टिक ही नहीं है, वायर के ऊपर प्लास्टिक ही नहीं है, सारा जो मारेगा झटका मारेगा, पानी गिरते शॉर्ट सर्किट हो जाएगा. तो देर इज नो प्रोटेक्शन. जब नर्व को प्रोटेक्शन ही नहीं है, नर्व डैमेज हो चुका है, when the nerve is damaged, the myelin sheath of the nerve is damaged, the primary protein is damaged. जब सब कुछ बर्बाद हो गया नर्व का, तो वो नर्व काहे का काम करेगा? वो ससुरे का नाती हो गया. क्यों मैं सारा सही बोला?
सही सर. सही है.
वो किसी काम का नहीं है. वो हमारी भाषा में उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, भोजपुरी में, वो नपुंसक हो गया है. नर्व नपुन हम नर्व काम का ही नहीं रहा, तो हम उसको क्या बोलेंगे? भोजपुरी में, when I was taking my class in Patna Medical College, so they asked me, sir, how will you explain multiple sclerosis in
भोजपुरी.
Bhojpuri, a Bihari language of Bihar. हम बोला ये ससुरा, ये जो नरबुआ है वो नपुंसक हो गया, वो कोई काम का ही नहीं रहा. आप कहाँ से बच्चा बताओ? It has lost its insulating factor called myelin sheath. So when the myelin sheath is gone, तो क्या बचा बताओ? कुछ
नर्व डैमेज
बचा?
हो जाएगा.
हम्म.
नो सर.
क्या
No, sir.
बचा बताओ?
कुछ भी
Nothing.
नहीं.
जब कुछ बचा ही नहीं, तो फिर क्या होगा तुम्हारा?
डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ बॉडी.
डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ बॉडी. और जब बॉडी डिस्ट्रॉय होते जाएगा तो फिर लास्ट में क्या होगा बताओ? गोपाल
डेथ.
नाम सत्य है, राम नाम सत्य है, हरि वाला बोल है. So, इसमें IVIG ट्रीटमेंट दिया जाता है, बट इस इम्यूनोग्लोबिन थेरेपी इज वेरी कॉस्टली. We are the first one to give 12 million cells of stem cell therapy at a very low cost. And this is where neuroacupuncture, integration of NIBS, neuroacupuncture, stem cell therapies, um, Mayor's cocktail, integration of ultrasound guided procedures, calculating the mass, and all these things really recovers the patient. Over time, the damaged areas of the myelin sheath are replaced by the scar tissue called plaques. These plaques further impede the nerve conduction and contribute to the progressing of the nature of the disease. So now, अब झमेले पर झमेला एक तो करेला ऊपर से नीम चढ़ा यू अंडरस्टूड एक तो करेला माइलिन शीट डैमेज हो गया द माइलिन शीट हैज बीन डैमेज करेला को इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं हाँ लेडीज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड करेला इन इंग्लिश
Bitter gourd.
हाँ
Bitter gourd.
बिटर गॉड
Yes.
एंड नीम नीम को क्या बोलते हैं
नीम तो नीम ही है सर.
so bitter gourd and neem if you mix what will happen
Bitterness increases.
नीम चढ़ा करेला.
the bitter नीम चरा और करेला ये दोनों एक साथ हो गया once the myelin sheet is damaged वो उस ब्लैक जमा हो गया और ब्लैक साला और नर्व को डैमेज कर दिया और जो डेड बॉडी बना वो भी दुर्गंध फैलाया यू गॉट माय पॉइंट
Yes,
so the
sir.
myelin sheet is replaced by scar tissue called plaques. These plaques further impede the nerve conduction and contribute to the progression and nature of the disease. एक तो बर्बाद एक तो चोरी ऊपर से सीना चोरी I am a thief and I stole more of you and then I convert myself that I am not a thief. How it is possible? एक तो साला माइलिन शीट बर्बाद माइलिन शीट डैमेज होने के बाद स्कार टिश्यू फॉर्मेशन स्कार टिश्यू पर प्लेग डैमेज हो गया प्लेग होने के बाद वो साला जो काम कर रहा है वो भी काम करने नहीं दिया इट इज जस्ट बिकम आईएएस ऑफिसर मंत्री जी आ गए आईएएस ऑफिसर को काम करने ही नहीं दिया और ऊपर से उसका प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी और करप्ट बेचारा कमिश्नर सेक्रेटरी क्या कर ले मंत्री एंड प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी चीफ सेक्रेटरी तीनों मिलकर उसको बर्बाद कर दिया राइट तो वो बेचारा कमिश्नर सेक्रेटरी क्या करे वो फाइल भी साइन नहीं करता वो तो बोलता है मेरे को इस डिपार्टमेंट से उठा के कोई कचरा डिपार्टमेंट में डाल दो in police department IGP border is the worst department you don't have any work so the IGP border says it is the best department to go and sleep at home there are some files the people will bring sign the file go once in a week to the hotel what you call sorry office and topic over multiple is a chronic inflammatory disease demyelinating disease of the central nervous system compromises the brain and the spinal cord which are responsible for controlling all body functions this includes movement sensation cognition and emotions you see the damaging of myelin sheath of a fatty substance that insulates the nerve fibers damages and impairs the transmission of nerve impulses, leading to a range of symptoms including muscle weakness, cognitive, and impairment. The nerve is damaged, okay? When the nerve is damaged, the information which is stored from a childhood to now, how will you process? How will you transmit? Electric wire is nahi hai. When the electrical wire is not there, when there is a total wire is short circuit, how will the bulb light? Bulb change karte raho, change kya hona hai? So the primary treatment in this one is NIBS, non-invasive brain stimulation, using 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 pain in brain mapping, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Certain acupuncture points using 1 and 2 pain, brain and brain muscle pain, and 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 for NIBS, and stem cell therapy with other therapies, and continue with physiotherapy and rehabilitation, patient will certainly improve in this matter. And there is no other treatment other than this immunosuppression drugs. So you have to create a balance between immunosuppressants and immunity. Because if your immunity becomes low, what will happen? You will be prone to infections, and because of this infection, what will happen? निशान क्या होगा? Because of infection, immunity कम हो गया.
Nerve damage.
Septicemia, organ failure.
हाँ हाँ
Septicemia.
Organ, multi-organ failure.
भाई कुछ नहीं होगा भाई, राम नाम सत्य होगा, गोपाल नाम सत्य होगा, तुम्हारा अर्थ ही उठेगा और क्या होगा. और होना क्या है? मरेगा आदमी. हानि जानी क्या है? और तरफ तरफ के मरने से अच्छा, उसको अच्छा लाइफ इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. It's not the solution of the problem. That is why I always say, your of the priming is very important. Your knowledge for the disease is very important. The way you guide, the patient will understand. Because the first information is given by you. So now if you tell there is no treatment, only these are the things, and unnecessary you delay the case, what will happen? Patient का life बर्बाद हो जाएगा बाबा. वो पाप को लेके कहाँ ढोएगा तुम? Where will you take this sin? That is why I say, knowledge is important. And when you understand the basics of the subject, you can take remedies to revive the subject. इतना बर्बाद भी मत कर दो शरीर को इम्यूनोसप्रेसेंट्स दे के. साला एक छींक मारा तो उसको टाइफाइड हो गया, थोड़ा सा डस्ट में चला गया तो इन्फेक्शन हो, एंड देन द पेशेंट विल डाई. दैट इज alternate solution to the people. So it is said Sweden and Israel are the most famous places where this treatment is made, but the cost of treatment is very costly, right? They have advanced in a very high level. So now you can see pathophysiology of multiple sclerosis. Is immune system dysfunction. MS is characterized by an abundance of immune response. The central nervous system, immune system typically responsible for defending against foreign invaders, mistakenly was disconnected in between, huh? Is the share? What am I teaching? Multiple sclerosis. So MS is characterized by an abundance of immune response, autoimmune attack of myelin sheath. So the immunity of the body triggers the So the autoimmune attacks are mediated by the inflammatory cells, such as T cells, which inflate the CNS and trigger the cascade of events leading to inflammation and demyelination. The destruction of myelin disrupts the efficacy and transmissions of nerve impulses. So that is why we say that brain stimulation, nerve stimulations stem cell therapy, all these are very good therapy with immunoglobulin therapy. IVIG treatment is very costly, and giving immunosuppressant again is a very big difficulty. Inflammation and demyelination. The process leads to the breakdown of myelin sheath, resulting. I already got demyelination is called lesions or plague. The scar tissues creates plague. So nerve is damaged first by the first factor is the autoimmunity. Immunity destroys the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath creates the scar tissue, which is called as plaques. And these two mixes, the carella and inchera, makes a nerve totally damaged, and it makes you what? Bed ridden. And then over a period of time, what will you understand? Permanent damage resulting in the formation of scar tissue within the CNS. The SARS can further nerve impulsive transmission and contribute to the progression of multiple sclerosis. तो मोटा बात ये है कि माइलिन शीट डैमेज हो गया, माइलिन शीट के बाद scar tissue formation has come, scar tissue formations are called plague, and then the progression continues, damage after damage, and everything which damages your body leads to your what? Permanent disability. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
There are only 4 points. Classification, remission, re-remission, right? Permanent damage, and continuation of neurological damage. Myelination, demyelination, and what?
Permanent disability.
And plaque formation. There's a scar tissue formation. समझ में आ गया? Multiple sclerosis is so easy to understand that in 5 words it is completed. What are the 5 words? It's an autoimmune disease. The autoimmune disease, the body immune system destroys the myelin sheath. Then the scar is formed. The scar further damages the nerve. The information from the impulses are reduced. Demyelination takes place, and जहां जहां नर्व बर्बाद होता गया, ब्रेन एंड नर्व स्पाइनल कॉर्ड से जो नर्व कन्वे हो रहा है मैसेज, wherever the brain cells are dead, wherever the nerves of axons are dead, topic, the organs and muscles become weak, fatigue, loss of eyesight, सब कुछ तो चला गया और बचा क्या? So it is progressive disorder leading to what? So we give immunosuppressants. Immunosuppressants देने के बाद क्या होगा? Immunity becomes less. You become prone to disease, and once you become prone to diseases, you are subject to what? Death. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, you're right.
In MS, the immune system mistakenly attacks the myelin sheath surrounding the nerve fibers, the central nervous system. The autoimmune leads to the inflammation and damage to myelin sheath, disrupting the nerve impulses. It's the same thing, right? So the autoimmune, the white T cells, they are the protective cells, right? They damage the nerve fibers, and because of that, once the nerve fibers and nerve cells are damaged, then the myelin sheath is damaged. So here what we do, when we take out healthy nerve cells, we insert in the body and they continue to multiply. So it is just death and rebirth. The solution is very simple, death and rebirth. So approximately 1 crore 20 million cells have to be implanted in the body. So 12 million cells has to be transported in the body with the help of bone marrow stem cells, BMSC. Bone marrow stem cells are called BMSC, right? So the proper treatment is neither in Ayurveda nor in allopathy. Selective treatments are there. IVIG, immunosuppression, and all these drugs are there.
In IBS.
Reduced MAP is also one drug which we refer. And the topic is over. बस इतना सा 5 लाइन का कहानी है। अब तुम देखो दूसरा स्लाइड में भी यही कहानी मिलेगा। Normally protecting the body from foreign invaders mistakenly defines the myelin sheath as a threat. Now, this immune system, which is supporting you from you eat pani puris, you eat so many bacteria, you eat so many water. So who supports you? The myelin sheath. No, the immune system. So this immune system becomes the enemy. आज जो आपका सबसे अच्छा दोस्त था, the best friend of yours has become your best enemy. Who is your best enemy? Mesaram, who is your best enemy? आपका सबसे अच्छा दुश्मन कौन है? Do you remember the Indian film Saudagar?
Immunity.
So whenever you remember multiple sclerosis, remember the film Saudagar. The best friend is the best enemy. हर घर में विभीषण है और हर घर का रावण है। राम ने रावण का वध किया। So this is called multiple sclerosis. The immune system is this is the same thing which I say. Myelin sheath degradation. There is a destruction of demyelination, disrupt the normal electrical impulses. Nerve fibers disruption of affects the communication between brain and other parts of the body, leading to characteristics of. So this is a classical case of multiple sclerosis. Well, there is CIDP, demyelinating polyneuropathy. Right? It is called demyelinating inflammatory, central inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. So we already told you about the scar tissue formation and sclerosis. The loss of myelin disrupts the transmission of nerve impulses along the axon, causing a range of neurological systems. This can slow down the nerve conduction, impair muscle control, and sensory disturbance. So it is the same thing. Once the demyelination takes place, whether it is peripheral neuropathy, mixed neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy, multiple sclerosis, topic is what? There is demyelination. Once the demyelination takes place, you will suffer from acute burning sensation, damage, and topic
Over.
over. So in MRI, it appears as a hyperintensities indicating the presence of scar tissue and inflammation. This helps the clinician to progress some multiple sclerosis and potential areas of neurological dysfunction. So MRI is a what? Diagnostic pattern in which you see the scar tissue formation and hyperintensity, which says that the monitor of the progression of the potential areas of the neurological dysfunction. मतलब जहाँ जहाँ ये scar tissue formation हो रहा है neurologically in the ANS central nervous system, in the spinal cord and in the brain, उससे फिर हम लोग we can predict अब क्या क्या बर्बाद हो। So prediction is possible by the what? Formation of studying the
scar tissue.
myelin sheath. So relapsing is the most common initial presentation and relapse when the neurological symptoms develop, followed by the periods of remission during the symptoms, particularly or completely resolved. So it is ana jana, ayaram gayaram, right? So during the relapse of individual may experience a wide range of neurological symptoms, including fatigue, weakness, numbness, tingling, and vital problems, balance difficulties, and cognitive impairment. These symptoms can fluctuate in severity and duration. While RRMS is considered most benign form of MS, it progresses over time. Eventually, individual may with RMS transmit to a secondary progress phase when neurological function steadily declines without distinct relapse. So we understand this part as very well part that demyelination will take place and then things will happen. So secondary progressive multiple sclerosis is a stage of MS characterized by gradual worsening of the neurological functions without distinct relapse of remission. The transmit of RNMS SPM is marked by a steady accumulation of neurological disability, which is unpredictable rate of progression. SPMS is diagnosed with a patient when experienced with sustained worsening of neurological function for at least 6 months. So it is diagnosed with the experience of sustained worsening. So if the patient is worsening clinically within a period of 6 months, हर महीने बर्बादी होती जा रही है. It's a drain, the damage. So एक के बाद एक चीज बर्बाद हो जाना. It leads to a 6 months. And when it is confirmed to a 6 months, you can come to a secondary progressive of multiple sclerosis. The SPM is attributed to ongoing neurodegeneration, axonal loss leading to irreversible neurological deficits. Now the question here, which is a question mark, is whether it is irreversible or reversible. So there are certain things which we have a question mark on this. According to me, you can maintain a balance. इधर से डैमेज हुआ उधर से ठोक. You understood what I mean? God has given you a very beautiful gift called stem cells, right? इधर से stem cell निकालो उधर ठोक. इधर डैमेज हो रहा है इधर बनाते जाओ. सब बैलेंस हो गया, टॉपिक हो गया. तो पेशेंट बर्बाद नहीं. But don't start doing stem cell therapy at your house, right? We know that. This part we know very well.
Oh,
कौन है? कौन है? चौधरी. हाँ. लेके आया डोसा. रख दो. This is the most important part which we need to understand. That immune modulation, it has to be immune modulation, remyelination, and neural repair. So these are the three things you have to understand why advanced stem cell therapy is very important. It is immunomodulation, remyelination, and neural repair. Bone marrow stem BMSC means bone marrow stem cell therapy has shown promising modulation, immune response in multiple sclerosis, and can suppress the activity of T cells and B cells, which are key players in autoimmune attack on myelin sheath. The suppression can help to reduce the inflammation, protect the myelin sheath, and further damage. So we can understand it. मैंने बोला था ना, इधर से गया उधर आया राम गया राम. उधर से गया राम इधर से आया राम. In India it is called what? आया राम गया राम. How will you explain in English आया राम गया राम? How will you explain foreigners? Yes, Indians. How will you explain आया राम गया राम? So there are foreigners who don't not know Hindi. So how will you explain them आया राम गया राम? Huh? Galaji, how will you explain them? I am Gaya.
it is impossible, sir.
Yeah, it is. It can be explained that the regeneration and degeneration takes place at the same time. So degeneration is also taking place and regeneration is also taking place. So a balance is maintained. So you die and you rebirth. So the population is maintained. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes.
So VMS is a very promising therapy with neuroacupuncture. Up to now, people do not know the power of neuroacupuncture. Up to now, the people do not know. By using neuroacupuncture, you can control the immunity of the body. Up to now, people do not know. When you use stem cell therapy, you can proliferate the speed of stem cells by using neuroacupuncture. Up to now, you do not know. Just give me a minute. दीदी हम आपको आधा घंटा में फोन करें. Just give me 30 minutes. Huh? Yeah, thank you. So now you can understand very good things. Stem cells can alter the cytokine profile of the CNS, reducing the levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines and increasing the level of anti-inflammatory cytokines. Stem cells can induce what? Cells can suppress the autoreactive T cells and can instantly attack the myelin sheath. This modulation helps to inflammation and damage the myelin sheaths. So they suppress the activity of T cells, right? They suppress the activity of
T-cells.
T cells. Induction of regulatory T cells. So they regulate the T cells, right? And modulation takes place. What profile takes place? Cytokine. So stem cells can alter the cytokine profile in the CNS level and inflammatory cytokines and increasing the level of anti-inflammatory cytokines. So it can do what? It can, in a long way, it is a life-giving mechanism to the patient. So whenever you see a multiple sclerosis, you have only two options. IVIG treatment, it is very costly injections. So after periodically, you have to go for IVIG, right? You have to remove the neuroproteins. It is a whitewash. But wapas gandagi, it is like a fungal infection. It will come back. So when it comes back, again you have to go with it. So it's a very costly procedure. In Institute of Neuroscience, Sastry Neuro Rehab Hospital, the cost of the stem cell is very cheap. With other stem cells, PRPs, myelin sheet, other medicines, pharmacy, accommodation, everything is very cheap here. But if you see other places, it's 6 to 15 lakh rupees or 25 lakh rupees to 40 lakh rupees. The cost of stem cell therapy is like 40 lakh rupees. So already I told you about the immunosuppression medicines and therapies, DMTs, they are called because it is the what? The destruction of the myelin sheet. That is why I'm fan of what? Stem cell. Though these are symptomatic relief. These are not what? Permanent recovery of the disease. So this medicine gives symptomatic relief. But the disease continues to progress. It only reduces the symptom. Am I clear?
Yes.
While less common neurological intervention may be considered in specific cases of multiple sclerosis, procedure to eliminate the symptoms or address the specific complications. Spinal cord decompressions is a procedure to relieve the pressure of the spinal cord caused by the lesions of the spinal or spinal stenosis. So because of the disc lesion, there is a spinal stenosis. And then now advanced brain mapping techniques are used to identify the locations and extend the lesion and interventions and minimizing the collateral damage. So this is where we contribute as a jugaad. That is why I said you should have all the 7 to 9 pains in your clinic so that who's the next patient you do not. So that is why I say brain mapping. You have only two equipments, RTMS. The RTMS does not support multiple sclerosis. So only you have two machines, live navigation transmagnetic stimulation and this brain stimulation is divided by the engineers which we have. Because by what will you stimulate the brain? You don't have any equipment. Hi, yes? Yes, thank you. Mera puriya. So it's a very tricky thing what you have to understand. दुश्मन जितना भारी है अगर दोस्त उतना भारी हो जाए तो दुश्मन पर पार पाया जा सकता है. So the enemy is stronger, but if you know how to trick the enemy, it is just like a guerrilla warfare. You have to know how to fight with the enemy. Now you understood what are the problems. So when you understood what is the problem, it is easy to solve the problem. So when people come and they say, "Ah, multiple sclerosis, multiple sclerosis," it is only multiple sclerosis. Don't jump from the table. Nothing great, nothing big, nothing small. I always say, I take multiple sclerosis as a cup of tea. I said, hey, we see so many patients of multiple sclerosis in a day. So we are not least what? We take it like what? नॉर्मल थिंग भाई इसका ये प्रोसीजर है ये करो और सस्टेन करो केस को बस. अब भगवान ने मेरे को die go and ask God, but right now when you are living try to live your life. भाई भगवान ने आपको क्यों दिया भगवान से जाके पूछ लेना जब आप मरोगे थोड़े दिन बाद तो आपको मरना ही है. When you are supposed to die, why he has given you. But for now, so take all the remedies which will support your life and good longevity and good quality of life. That's all what we need. Like it is just like putting air conditioner in the heated environment. It is just like putting a fan in the room. अब गर्मी लग रही है मैं फैन नहीं चलाऊंगा. ये कहाँ की होशियार चंद है बताओ. तुम कहाँ का होशियार चंद आदमी है बताओ. गर्मी लग रही है मैं फैन नहीं चलाऊंगा बड़ो गर्मी में. I don't want to put air condition. It is like 46 temperature. तो मरो एयर कूलर के बिना. Topic over. Sir, I don't want to treat paralysis. Don't treat. Die with paralysis. Who tells you to treat? Some people say, sir, why we need to buy 8 pens? Don't buy. Don't buy one pen also. But use Chinese pens. Who tells you to do anything? There is no one to tell you. It is your clinic, your life, your independence, your thought, your process of development, your mind, your growth. You understood? Today you understood a very big subject in a small sheet. In 5 things you finish the subject. Destruction of the myelin sheath, scar tissue, plague, muscle weakness, right? And bedriddenness. These are the 5 things you understood. Treatment is immunosuppressants. Who destroy this? The autoimmune disease. Means your own body destroys the cells. Who supports it? Stem cell, advanced stem cell therapy supports it. And immunosuppressant drugs supports it. In 7 points, you have completed one book. It is so easy. घुमा फिरा के सारे स्लाइड्स में तुम देख लो तो वही बात रिपीट कर रहे हैं हम. The point which we started in the beginning, demyelination, right? To the end, we are speaking about the same thing, demyelination, autoimmunity. अब घुमा it's over. Drug and repair system. So easy. Finish. Multiple sclerosis, finish. See? Brain mapping based radiological investigation. So this was my role in writing brain mapping. We have studied a lot of cases on multiple sclerosis. We have studied the images. And so we know we have developed one brain mapping technique because I have done the live navigation transmagnetic stimulation. So I have studied RTMS maps, rapid transmagnetic stimulation maps, live navigation transmagnetic maps. So now for me, after studying this MRI and understanding with the radiologist, we can easily put the needles 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. Brain is like a LKG system. Brain mapping, point selection, and needle placement. So this is called neuroacupuncture. So pharmacological interventions, I already told you. Disease modifying therapies, including immunosuppressants, which targets the immune system and deregulation. Symptomatic relief can be given. So disease modifying therapies are used, right? Traditional Chinese principles are all it is yin and yang. I don't believe much on yin and yang. Acupuncture point meridians are there, governing vessel, duma, all these things are there to speak. Big things are there. Nothing to go with. Stimulating the neuroplasticity and repair is the only question what we have to focus on. जो डैमेज हुआ है उसको रिपेयर करो. It is called damage control system. So it can be classified into part A, damage, and in part B, the treatment is damage control system. It is called DMS, damage control system. जो डैमेज हुआ है उसको कंट्रोल करके उसको रीजेनरेट करो. डैमेज कंट्रोल सिस्टम. You understood my point?
Yes.
DMS. कहानी वही है.
Next. Statement.
आता टॉपिक ओवर. कितना सुंदर सा टॉपिक है. So easy. I was saying, people were saying, so tough topic, so tough topic, so tough topic. It is two-line topic. Damage and repair. And suppress. Damage, repair, DMRS. What is this called? DMRS. Damage,
Repair.
suppress, repair, sustain. So multiple sclerosis completes in 4 words. What are they? DMRS. Damage
Suppress.
of the myelin sheath. So use immunosuppressants. Regenerate and sustain. Topic over. इतना मोटा किताब पढ़ने का क्या जरूरी है? People were saying, sir, I want to read your book. Amma wala baba. I have written so many things in that book. So many nonsense I have written. Instead of reading so many things, you just come to me 14 minutes in class. One is over. People are more interested in reading the book than reading from the author. You understood? It's very easy. For example, I just tell you what is needed repair. I'm going to Delhi, but I don't have the space because I connect all the projector and everything. So I don't have anything. So I just say very openly that I don't have warm clothes in Hyderabad. I don't purchase warm clothes. I don't need it. So I just said, anyone from Delhi who wants to attend my Guru workshop? But yes, Sardarji said I am coming. Okay, bring me something, shawl and scarf, and topic over. So while I go, I use it, and when I give him, he will put it in the washing machine, he will clean it, and he will reuse it. Topic over.
Wow.
Neither to buy, neither to purchase, nor to create one big drama. So the problem is we are drama artists. We like to play big dramas. We don't want to resolve the issue because we don't know what is the problem. Since we don't know the problem, we make the problem, hey, select the points, give the signals, do the brain mapping, use the pain, give stem cell. After giving my treatment, you continue with brain mapping and stimulation. And after 1 year or so, when you see the patient is degraded, फिर स्टेम सेल मारो, फिर चलाओ, फिर मारो, फिर चलाओ, खत्म हुआ बात. पेशेंट कम से कम जिंदगी भर सुखी तो रहेगा. आदमी पैसा किसके लिए कमाता है? Why are you earning money? You are earning money to sustain your health. पहला सुख निरोगी काया, ता पीछे सुख संपत्ति और जाया. So we call it in India Dhai Sukh, means two and a half happiness. First is healthy body, second is good sleep, and rest half is everyone. So your happiness is how much? Is contributed as two and a half. Dhai Sukh. First is healthy body, then is good sleep, and third is what? Wife, husband, car, vehicles, and everything. So in Indian mythology, we call it Dhai Sukh. How much? Two and a half happiness. You have only two and a half happiness. It is in Punjabi, it is said, अरे चंगा खाना चंगा रहना मकई दी रोटी सरसों का साग ऊपर से छाछ बगल में दारू. But you see how Bollywood has destroyed the Sikh culture, how we have destroyed our own mythology. The Sikhism and all these things have a very glorified history. But how Bollywood has destroyed, they have made it a lavish drama. So whenever you want to create alcoholism, bring Sardarji. Whenever you want to speak all rubbish language, bring Sardarji. When you want to make fun of phone, bring Sardarji. But if you see in reverse, it's a very big glory. The sacrifices, the support system. I tell you, my early education was supported by Sardarji. The Punjabis really supported me, I tell you. The Muslim people, they gave me full support. I was from a Punjabi family. Even when I was in Malaysia, I tell you, a Sardarji came and I said I did not had food for 3 days. So is there is any langar means a community center of in Gurudwara? She said, yes, we have it. And for next 3 days, she said, I'm bringing the food from the Gurudwara. Later on, I came to know from other person that the Gurudwara is making food only once a week. This lady served me food for 3 times a day, coming to my clinic 3 times and giving me food. And that is the glory. But all these things we are not speaking. We only speak what? Pomp and so. We always speak about, right? We never the glory of the sacrifice. And that is why in Sikh, if you study, they said it is called what? Sabadwani. So, so when you understand all this spirituality behind the philosophy of the spirituality, and things very easily. Religion is not a very big concept. It is just becoming surrender to God. And to do surrenderness to God is only to take His name, chant His name. Satnam, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. And the moment you chant, all the neuroproteins which are generated. I have written a book today, the Indian yoga system and the G lymphatic system, neurosurgery, neurology, diseases, and the G lymphatic system and Indian yoga. So when you chant this name, this rhythmic breathing, and this breathing becomes very controlled. The sympathetic and parasympathetic system becomes balanced. जैसे साला बैलेंस हुआ वैसे बीमारी बढ़ा. So chanting of the name is so important that we have destroyed this culture in our life. You go to Quran, you go to Hindu mythologies, you read Ved, Quran, Upanishad. So whenever I got the time, we call it Akhand Path. I participated in Akhand Path of the Sikhism. I just read one thing in there that continue the name of chanting. When I read Quran, it is said Jakir. In Malaysia, I read it is called Japir or Jakir. Means continue the name of chanting. So when your mind is focused, when your mind is not negative, when you are not out of nature, you become a man of nature. And when anything which goes to nature, the nature supports you. You understood? आप नेचर के विरुद्ध नहीं जाएगा तो नेचर आपको सपोर्ट करेगा. All Parkinson's, everything can be protected, I say, only by chanting the name of. It gives a good neuro protection to the brain. But up to now, we are only looking after medicines and injections. Up to now, we are totally dependent on what? How much medicines I have to take? I said, you open a pharmacy in your house. Today I saw a prescription of 27 medicines. And then say, you buy one pharmacy and keep in your home. And I spoke to the doctor. Why did you write him 27 medicines? Well, I was forced to write. This lady, every day she comes and says me, write medicine, medicine, medicine. I said, you have written 6 types of vitamin. Well, what I will do? I know this vitamins will add B12, B complex, it will go away from the body. So she's happy with the medicine. Let her be happy. I said, you go with this medicine. So every time he will come, he'll change the name of the vitamin. You take this, you take this, you take this, you take this. I said, okay, you have read Winofit Gold. Very correct. Again, you wrote this Ubion. Okay, very good. Again, you wrote methicoblamine. That is also very good. Again, you wrote one painkiller. Okay. Again, you wrote one pentocid. Okay. Then again, you wrote liver supplement. Okay. Baba, what do you want to give? What have you do, Sastriji? It is a society which has created this problem. And that is why I say your role is a major role because you are the part of the society. Your counseling, your approach, your understanding. Medicines are required, but not overdose of medicine is. Unnecessary creating drugs and opening a pharmacy in the house is not the solution of the disease. If the body has the disease, the body has the capacity to recover. बात समझा? बस उसको
Yes.
थोड़ा रास्ता दिखाना है, वो कोई रास्ता भटक गया है. We have lost the way. It is just like Daku Angolimal and Valmiki was created Ramayana in Indian history. They lost the way, and once they found the way, all they have become enlightened. So what you need is knowledge and wisdom, not the greediness. Right? If I become greedy and I start charging 20,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees every month for my classes, how much can I earn? 18 lakh rupees per month. When I can earn that much amount, and you are bound to give me because there is no one in India to give you this knowledge in a precise form. And to your student, your children are also paying to your school fees, students, charges. We are not even taking your school fees. We are charging you less than nursery class. We are not charging even your nursery class fees. Even nursery class is today more than 30,000 rupees per month. Even playhouse is more than 30,000 rupees per month, 25,000 rupees per month. You are studying not even in playhouse fees. You are paying nothing. But what is important is not the money, the exchange of money. What is important is the support given to the society. When I was on the ventilator, I was just regretting I could not give the fellowship certificate. That was my only regret when I was on the ventilator, that I could not complete the course. But then God was so nice. He gave me second chance to complete a fellowship course. And then I was laughing. The student has to bear me again. Ah, Bel Mujhe Maar. I always say the bull is going to give you a bush in your stomach. Huh? Sastri is not going to die so easily. 8 times on ventilator. How many times? 8 times on ventilator. I always say it is my honeymoon. I take ventilator is very lightly. I just message it. If I am dead, send my body to Karat. No need to do anything. Just write RIP. I might least bothered. Whatever you write in Facebook after my death, I'm not going to read my Facebook, right? So you keep writing whatever you want to write. I am going to my other journey. But when I complete this journey, it should be a satisfactory journey. The satisfaction lies inside your mind, inside your heart, inside your body, by giving a proper knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Life is not a pharmacy, beta. Life is something, a balance, which you have to create. We know we are not living a balanced life because we have a load of society. So, okay, we know that we have to sacrifice. But from our sacrifice, if so many things are good coming out, we have no harm in that, right? मेरे मरने से और मेरे सेक्रीफाइस करने से अगर समाज का इतना उद्धार हो रहा है तो लेट वन मोर बर्ड सेक्रीफाइस व्हाट हार्म व्हाट डिड आई लूज आई लॉस्ट नथिंग आई केम विथ नथिंग एंड आई लॉस्ट नथिंग बट व्हेन आई गो आई हैव टेकन द लव ऑफ सो मेनी पीपल along with me and it is satisfied. So when I was on ventilator I was thinking of Sunil. I was just thinking if Sunil was next to me at least this mosquito would have bited me. I am putting on neuromuscular block. I am paralyzed. I cannot even move my hands and legs. And that mosquito is biting me. I cannot even remove that mosquito. And the nurse has covered my whole body. I am feeling so hot and sweating. No pain. She has covered my face. She has lifted my leg like this. I said, Baba, what are you going to do? The problem is that I cannot be sedated because of my meditation, because of my activities, because of my workaholic nature. Even you give a high sedative drug, I cannot be sedated.
Oh,
You understood?
yes.
I cannot be sedated. There is no sedation in my body. I am fully aware. So I was just thinking of Sunil. Sunil, if this attender was with me, at least he would have taken like this, would have put the clothes in the proper way. Because the nurse have no emotions. At least these boys have some emotions. They would have taken care. I don't put clothes so much on the sir. They are physicians. Out of this, what you called Imam, Imran would have been there. Is working in ICU. अरे जान से मारेगा क्या सर को? अरे 2 घंटा पाँव उठा के रख दो और 8 घंटे तो पाँव उठा के रखेगा. I'll have musculoskeletal pain and then I cannot do anything, Baba. I am paralyzed on ventilator. I said, अरे Baba. So next time when I am on ventilator, please come and take care of me. Otherwise, these mosquitoes, this what you call it's very difficult. And the nurses, they'll pack up your body like a dead body. They will put one blanket on your face and another blanket on your body, and then you think you are a dead body. And you are thinking that when death will come to me. So it is my humble request when I am ventilating, one person please come and stop the nurse from doing this. Don't cover the face of the put proper face, see the speed of the face, and at least take care of me for 2, 3 days, Baba. The nurses of ICU are not very good. They don't have emotions. Anyway, you may ask me your questions. Ask your questions, please. I tell you, that is a beautiful subject. I have seen the other world and this world. And I'm very happy going on ventilator because after I go, all of you become my close friends. All of you ask about me. Sir, आप कैसे हैं? क्या है क्या नहीं है? Even Naman, who is having not good relation with me, also will ask me, sir, आप ठीक तो है? Ah, very good. So going to ventilator is also good. You get the feeling of the other world. And when you come out of ventilator, it is very good. You get so many good friends. Everyone is reminded, sir, we know you. Sir, how are you? Sir, take rest. You eat your food. Are Baba, you remind me that much is enough. So ventilator is also good. And coming out of ventilator is also good. You enjoy both the world, that world and this world. And you come with the feeling that the life is mortal. It is not a permanent world. Help the society, give true knowledge, don't hide anything. Because today and you, we are staying in a hotel. Any moment we have to check out. So pay the bill of the hotel. Am I right? This life is a hotel. So while checkout, you have to pay the bill.
सही बात।
आज अरशद ने आज फोटो नहीं लगाया, आज तो वीडियो लगा के रखा है। कैमरा इज मूविंग हिज बॉडी। यस्टरडे क्या फोटो लगा के छोड़ दिया, आज अरशद इज देयर, इज मूविंग हिज बॉडी एंड शोइंग मी। हाँ सर, आई एम देयर। हाँ, अस्सलाम वालेकुम अरशद सर।
Sir,
So you may ask me a questions, Baba.
sir, what is difference between gene therapy and stem cell therapy?
See, gene is a genetic engineering. It's totally a different concept, right? You modify the genetic part. It is very difficult and it is a very costly procedure. But when you speak about stem cell, it's a very easy procedure. You take out cells and you regenerate the cells. Topic over. So these cells, wherever they go, they are anti-aging. They go to skin, they'll become a skin cell. They go to heart, they become a heart cell. They go to pancreas, they become a pancreatic cell. Right? They go to nerve, they become a nerve cell. So it is called nerve repair system, body repair system, muscle repair system. एक पंथ सौ काज. In Hindi, it is called Ek Panth So Kaaj. From one barrow, you killed 900 enemies. That is why I say no one can stop bone marrow stem cells from coming in this coming next 3 years. It is going to be the best therapy of the world.
Stem
I'm
cell
telling you, for autoimmune diseases, paralysis, no one can stop it from doing it. Only we do not know how to do it scientifically. That is the problem. And this is my humble request. Encourage the people to join the class. That is only my request to you. You write something in the WhatsApp group and allow the people to join. Motivate the people to join. We are
Then,
not
sir, it
asking money.
means, sir, I have a question. So it means the stem cell, we can do it in all the disease, even in paralysis, in heart disease,
Yes,
in
I'm
all,
doing in all. Yes, I'm doing in paralysis. I've done more than 30,000 procedures of stem cells.
even in back pain, even in paralysis, in heart disease,
Yes, everywhere. In
everywhere we
back
can
pain, we
use.
don't take out bone marrow stem cells. We use the PRP. Why
Okay.
do? अरे दुश्मन बड़ा है तो बड़ा व्यापार लो, दुश्मन छोटा है तो छोटा लो. If it is a big disease, if it is a paralytic problem, because you have to repair the nerve, you have to repair the muscle, you have to repair the you have to bring neuroplasticity. So use bone marrow stem cells. When the enemy is weak, osteoarthritis and all, use blood stem cells. Why to create a heavy bill of the patient? After all, the bill is a matter, Baba. In osteoarthritis, the cost of 10 stem cells we cost is 20, 25 or 30,000. But if you make bone marrow stem cells, it becomes one session. And what is the use of giving that in the knee? It is not required. And those
And
people
sir,
who are claiming that stem cells will be done once in 3 months, I don't find, I contradict the theory. I think it has to be given weekly once and with augmentin as a prophylactic dose. 2 tablets. That's it. So in 95% of the cases, you will not have infection. If you have a fever spike, you understand this person is having UTI infection or something, go for urine culture, find the medicine. Hey Pandian, you are looking very handsome. Why did you close your mind? Camera. Dancing. Hey Pandian, open your camera. Looking very handsome. I want to give you a French kiss.
and sir, and in which cases we have to use the blood stem cell, and in which cases we have to use the bone marrow stem cell?
Ah,
Sir, I am your previous students. I came to your center, Hyderabad. Me and Rajesh. I'm Rajesh's sister.
राजेश कौन? वो बेंगलोर वाला राजेश?
हाँ जी sir. Yes sir. Yes sir.
Huh?
We both are practicing.
Yeah, you are speaking about that Rajesh, Bangalore wala Rajesh?
हाँ जी sir. Yes sir.
और जिसका वो भी पटना में फ्रैक्चर हुआ था वही केस है ना?
नहीं सर, राजेश बैंगलोर वाला हम लोग लास्ट ईयर हैदराबाद में आपके
हाँ, मैं
पास
वही
आए
बोल रहा हूँ,
थे।
राजेश ने भी फोन किया था, उसका रिलेटिव का पटना में फ्रैक्चर हुआ था।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
मैंने
हाँ जी
उसको,
सर।
हाँ, मैंने एक
उसको
रेफरेंस दिया था, जॉन मुखोपाध्याय का जूनियर का, अनिश निरंजन,
ओके।
वही
हाँ
केस
जी
होगा।
सर।
अनिश निरंजन का
हाँ
रेफरेंस दिया था पटना में, राइट?
हाँ जी सर।
तो बेटा,
हेलो सर।
स्टेम सेल में आप मत घुसो, बिकॉज इट इज ए कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोसीजर, राइट? यू नीड ए गुड सेटअप, यू नीड ए ऑर्थोपेडिक डॉक्टर्स, यू नीड ए टीम ऑफ पीपल, राइट? कल को कोई रात का बवाल होने से अच्छा
नहीं नहीं,
रेफर।
जस्ट ओनली फॉर द नॉलेज वी आर आस्किंग।
So if you are asking for the knowledge, simple question, simple answer. बड़ी बीमारी बड़ा इलाज, छोटी बीमारी छोटा इलाज. If the disease is big, go for bone marrow. If the disease
सर
is small, go for blood.
सर
Topic?
हार्ट सर हार्ट कंडीशन में जो स्टेम सेल्स देना है वो आईवी में देना है या कैसे, मतलब डायरेक्ट
ये
वो दे सकते
डिफाइन करना पड़ता है. You can have to define. I generally classify into 5 parts.
हैं? ओके।
Whatever stem cell we derive, we classify it into 5. We give little bit IV, then we take NCB test. So we see which nerve is weak. We put that part into that nerve tension. Then we see which muscle is weak, which you use to muscle. Then we give it paraspinal, and then one we save little for the scalp. All are having alopecia, so we give little in and also.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir,
हाँ,
what is
पांडियन,
fatty liver, sir?
फैटी लिवर, लिवर फैट हो गया. द डिपोजिशन ऑफ फैट इन द लिवर इज फैटी लिवर. तो मोटा हो गया तो फैट ही हो गया, और क्या? You put too much fats, which is unnecessary. So the deposition of fats in the liver is called what? Hepatomegaly, grade 1 to grade 4. When you are in grade 4, it is called बोल हरिवला, बोल है, सीरियोसिस हो गया, chronic liver disease हो गया, diabetes हो गया. So diabetes is created from where? Pancreas or liver? Pandian will give one Cadbury chocolate for the right answer. Sunil will 5 star.
लिवर सर,
Liver.
लिवर.
हाँ, तो कौन कौन बोला लिवर?
परविंदर सर.
हाँ,
सर हाँ
परविंदर.
हरविंदर. हाँ, सुनील, हरविंदर का एड्रेस ले लो, उसको एक 5 स्टार पोस्ट कर दो अमेजोन से. You give your address, he will give you what 5 star from Amazon.
Sir, how to reverse this fatty liver, sir?
Baba, your diet, unnecessary food, your unhealthy lifestyle, cottonseed oil, palm oil, drinking water between food, taking artificial sugar, white sugar, all this creates fatty liver.
So anyhow, the patient will never follow these things, sir. So is there any other
So
solution?
let him die. There is this one solution. Tell him the cemetery is next to my house. Satnam Vaheguru. I always tell the patients when they show me so many medicines in ICU, I just join my hands and I do it like this. And I say, मेरा आखिरी प्रणाम स्वीकार करे, आपकी आत्मा को शांति मिले, मैं चला. In my notes, the
May
last
I
thing
ask
which
you
I
a
write in the notes, I write RIP in a very short form. So when the other consultant come and see, so what you have written, I said RIP, rest in peace. That means the patient is not going to come out because of drug toxicity, because of his lifestyle. He has created so many comorbidity that अब तो भैया आप दुनिया से चला जाओ तो बेटर है. आपका जीना, if you are alive, you are a liability to this world. So better ऐसे मेरा आखिरी प्रणाम स्वीकार करे महाराज, मैं चला. By today after tomorrow the patient will die. So if you don't maintain your health, if you don't maintain your lifestyle, if you don't eat properly, right? And you just think your stomach as for your tongue, eat whatever you like and make your body a cremation center. Eat chicken, fish, egg, gluten, maida, burger, pizza, cold drink. Then what is the thing you are going to say? Satnam, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. So, when you say Satnam, Vaheguru, means भगवान आपकी आत्मा को शांति दे और आपको सद्बुद्धि दे. So when people come to me, sir, I'm not feeling well. I am in depression. So what is the first solution I give them? First, switch off your social media. Don't read newspaper. Don't see TV. Go for morning walk. Eat gooseberries. Don't eat this food. Go and cook with your wife. Give one French kiss to your wife in the morning and evening, and come to me after 1 week. Let me see how much sick you are. The social media has made you sick. The reels of the social media has made you sick. 50% of the sickness has come from social media. Instead of investing time in social media, read my topics. Better use those topics to learn, involve, grade. And that is why I say, learn NIBS, learn all these things. After my death, no one is going to teach you. I am already in the last part of my life. 8th heart attack finish. 9th can come any day. Tomorrow also it can come. You see, I was taking the class yesterday and morning I had a heart attack. Going to ventilator. And you see, Sunil did not come. It was his duty to come and take care of me. He should come. The mosquito was biting me. Why you did not come?
Sir, who is
No, but
giving heart attack to
sir,
you?
Sastry ji is having sick. Oh, okay. How is he? Okay, take care of him. And Sandeep is also not there. No one is there. The nurse is putting me like anything. I was saying it is better to die than to be in the ventilator.
So can other autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's, Graves, lupus can be treated with
We
stem
will
cell?
teach you all those things. First, learn the basics. So
No,
now you have learned what is
stem cell
multiple
we used in
sclerosis,
that.
right? No. We should first learn what is the disease. So when we learn what is multiple sclerosis, we know what we have to do in multiple sclerosis.
Yes.
हेलो कौन बोल रहे हैं? मैं अभी क्लास ले रहा हूँ, आप थोड़ी देर में फोन करेंगे? हाँ, tell me.
Just as multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease, there are other autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's, Graves,
See, one
lupus.
thing I tell you,
What to
whenever you
do?
speak about the disease,
Hmm.
right, you must know what is it.
Yes.
Like today, you know multiple sclerosis, so you know what are the solutions of multiple sclerosis. So let this topic come.
Okay.
We are not finishing. This is not our last class.
Yes.
And then let that these topics be advancedly discussed by the neurologists, neurosurgeons. I just give you a foundation. I'm waiting for 300 students to join the class. The moment the 300 students join the class, the neurosurgeons will start taking the classes. Till then, I'm building the foundation. Yet the fellowship class did not start because your foundation is weak. So when a neurologist comes and he says multiple sclerosis, at that time you should not think what is multiple sclerosis. You should know what is multiple sclerosis. So we'll teach advanced things in multiple sclerosis, right? Your concepts about the disease should be clear.
And sir, what is G lymphatic system?
Huh?
Sir, what is G lymphatic system?
See, the lymphatic system is the drainage of waste from the body, and the drainage of waste from the brain is G lymphatic system.
Okay.
सर 2 3 5 6 7 पेन का यूज करना है ना?
मल्टीपल स्क्लेरोसिस में 2 3 5 6 7 यूज करो, बट उसके साथ बहुत बड़ा स्टेम सेल भी यूज करना।
सर ये 2 3 5 6 7 ये क्या है,
ये मैडम
मतलब?
ब्रेन मैपिंग का टेक्निक है, दिस आर एडवांस ब्रेन मैपिंग टेक्निक।
ओके।
बिकॉज मैंने जब लाइव नेविगेशन ट्रांसमैग्नेटिक स्टिमुलेशन यूज किया, देन वी अंडरस्टूड the different maps of the brain provided by the company. But these maps are more than the cost of 1 crore rupees maintenance by the. You have to buy the instrument for 5 crores, giving GST and other tax to the government, and manually you have to pay 2 crore rupees to the company for renewal of the license. So in order, every year you have to pay 2 crores plus 5 crores. So commercially, it is not viable to right now to buy it in India. Apollo Hospital was thinking, Kim's Karat was thinking, but everyone dropped it. And most happily, I say, Kim's Karat told me, you give me this pen, then buying that machine. This is far better. Chedian was saying me, Satriji, you give this rather than RTMS. Then I said, sir, why you made me study RTMS? You only told me to study. I studied. Now you make me clear. You make this difficult. So every time there is upgradation of knowledge. So my Parkinson and movement disorders, I have read many things, right? I made the slides. So I have completed my fellowship in Parkinson and movement disorder, right? I know everything, but still I studied everything. So every and you continue to study, your knowledge improves. Realize what you say mistake कर सकते हैं. You realize it after so many years. Today when I did this fellowship, I realized, oh, so many mistakes I have done. Doing mistake and correct the life. The Ravan is also in you and Ram is also in you. It is up to you what you want. If you think I cannot do NIBS, I cannot understand things, you cannot understand things. For example, one good. He asked me what paralysis. I said 2467. So in 20-degree, use 20-degree pain on the weak muscles and see the movement is arrived. So that means he said what it is. The teaching the muscle what to do. His original form, bringing the functional recovery. जो muscle जैसे काम कर रहा था, the muscle which was acting before has to act in the same. You understood what I said? Before paralysis, the muscle was on the line. Go up, to go down. It has to go down. So that movement has to be learned by the brain. The command of the muscle has to go to the brain.
Excuse me, sir.
So to give the command to the brain is a word called neuroplasticity. So for granting neuroplasticity inside the brain, because paralysis has no treatment in the world. After a certain stage, physiotherapy is not helping the patient to recover. After great spasticity, use spastic. So infra. So here you have to use different stimulations, different pains, different areas to teach the muscle what he has to do. So first you have to work with the isolated muscles, then isolation से उसको double group, फिर उसको grouping of the muscle is important because muscle works in the group. First, you have to improve the individual muscle, like anterior deltoid, then posterior deltoid, then medial deltoid. You improve these muscles, right? You bought the strength, but bringing the strength is no use because they have to work with quadriceps lumborum. They have to work with triceps. They have to work biceps. So each muscle has to support the other. It is a group of muscles. No one can change the world. It is like Raman ki Lanka. The Hanuman Ram cannot go and kill the Ravan. He took his all Vanar Sena. So our Vanar Sena is our complete muscles, biceps, triceps, posterior, middle, deltoid, quadriceps lumborum, the costal muscles, intercostal muscles, the abdomen muscles, the core muscles. Everything has to be improved. So that is called LKG. Why you do not understand? LKG, you will automatically go to class. You start at class 10, so you are not understanding anything. And that is the place you have not gained confidence. And that is the place where you have lost your confidence. You understood? For example, I ask you why you cannot buy 9 pen, why Sunil buy it? Because Sunil knows it is a gradual process. Step by step, I will learn. The maps are there, right? So if you have to improve the gluteus, the map is given in the fingers. Now, use the same muscle in 2, 4, 6, right? So in 2, you will gain the strength. 4, it will associate with other muscles. In 6, you will get the momentum. In 7, you will get the force, the right force. Then the muscle will become what? Intelligent. So if you learn and if you don't practice, what is the use? You are not a practitioner. It's a very beautiful movie. We ended with a beautiful talk. But I tell you, don't enter a unknown place. It will burn your hands. Your patient is improving very nicely. Pandian. Dr. Pandian, your patient is improving.
Oh, thank you, sir.
See, doctors are telling thank you. He is not telling me thank you. Doctors are more worried about the patient than the patients are worried about themselves.
हेलो सर.
Tell me anything.
सर पेशेंट का अगर एज भी कम है तो अनदर पेशेंट का या अदर पर्सन का स्टेम सेल्स यूज कर सकते हैं सर उस पेशेंट के लिए अप्लाई हो
नहीं
सकता
नहीं नहीं नहीं. अगर एज भी कम है तो मत करो भैया चिंता. CBC has to be seen. CRP, CBC, viral factors has to be seen. झमेले में झमेला मत क्रिएट करो. ऑलरेडी वो झमेले में है और तुम नया झमेला मत क्रिएट करो. पर तो बंगाली में बोलते हैं बा अम्मा गोई मोडलाम के रकम चले पास चियानी. मतलब किस तरह का स्टूडेंट पाया. चला एक झमेला है, तुम ऊपर से केरला ऊपर से नीम चढ़ा. सर जब मालूम है उसको हेमोग्लोबिन का मैं क्यों छूना मेरे को. 90% patients are stable. They can be used for bone marrow. And 10% people, Baba Ram Ram, मत करो. समझ में आया?
ओके.
हर चीज मत कर दिया. पड़ोसी की दो. मैं राम जी राजस्थान में कहावत है, पड़ोसी की लोग The wife of your neighbor is not your wife. Banyan is saying this saying. Said, this is not my wife. My wife is at home. है ना? Every lady is not your wife.
सर
हाँ बोलो गाला जी.
सर ये सैमसंग इम्पोर्टेंट है, मतलब बढ़िया अच्छे रिजल्ट है, तो भी यूज नहीं करते हैं, तो कुछ स्पेशल
नहीं करते तो नहीं करते, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ.
नहीं, मतलब
आप लोगों ने
अभी
40 लाख रुपया बना रखा, उसका 20 लाख रुपया का कोस्ट बना रखा. कौन डालेगा, कौन कहाँ से लाएंगे 20 लाख रुपया.
अच्छा उसकी वजह से, ओके।
कहाँ से लाएगा 15 लाख आदमी एक
हाँ
साल
ये
का.
तो सही बात है, ये बात तो सही है।
जबरदस्ती का साला मार्केट में
ये
झमेला बना रखा, कौन करेगा. एक सेशन के लिए 5 लाख रुपया कौन देगा. समूचा काम
सही बात है।
साला दो, एक महीने का पूरा 5 स्टेम सेल का पूरा ट्रीटमेंट का 2 लाख रुपया होता है यहाँ. वो भी हम लोग साला झमेला पाल के 40% डिस्काउंट मेडिसिन करा के ये करा के करके नक्की करते हैं. और आप उसका साला 15 लाख रुपया चार्ज करते हो. कौन करेगा स्टेम सेल. सी इन द कोर्स 15 से 40 लाख रुपया काम है बस.
सही सही बात है सर, ये हाँ तो ये सही।
कहाँ से लाएगा आदमी. इट्स नॉट करेक्ट.
सही है।
Unethical practice is never correct. Remember, a BMW cannot buy happiness. The happiness is inside. I'm happy in my small room. I'm not happy in the bungalow. Happiness is inside. विनय ददाति पात्रता धनत धर्मो तथोस. The knowledge brings you skill. The knowledge gives you wisdom. Wisdom brings you skill. Skill gives you money. And the money which you use in a proper way gives you the internal happiness. Dhanat dharma tatho sukha. Right? Kak chesta bako dhyanam sanindra tathe ucha alpahari grah tyaginam vidyarthinam. Panch lakshan. But work like efforts like a crow. Meditate like a crow. The crane. Sleep like a dog. Eat less. Think less. Alpahari grah tyagi means don't involve yourself in too much materialistic thing. And this is the true life of a real student and a real human. You see, room, I have kept very limited things. If you remove my teaching items, I have nothing in my room. And I'm very happy. I'm also living a life. The happiness is inside, not outside. कचरा भर के क्या करोगे. सो पे सजा के क्या करोगे. सो पीस सजाना तो अंदर सजाओ, ऊपर जाके देना है. परमात्मा के लिए सो पीस बनाओ. Create yourself as so peace for God. So when God meets you, He should be happy in meeting you. He should not say, "Hi Ram, कौन आ गया." So Hi Ram, Hey Ram, Moram, Ram Ram, Sitaram. These are my new techniques of brain stimulation. 1, 3, 5, 7. And that is why from now onwards we have divided the course into 2 parts. Specialized course will take in Hyderabad, and non-specialized course, simple courses, neuroacupuncture, points, diseases, will take in the Gurgaon. We are not going to IBS anymore in what? So in every workshop for 2 hours I'll give notes to the Shivani and all, but I am not going to teach. I'm just going to teach about neuroacupuncture and all those things, simple things I'm going to teach. Because at the end of the day, you are frustrated. I cannot buy the pen, which pen to buy, what pen to buy, why not do so. So we divided the course into 2 parts. One is specialized course, one is non-specialized course. One is a general course. You study general things, you practice general. Why to camouflage so many things all at a time? At the end of the day, I am frustrated. So it is better I decided. Now differentiate things. This is what was my planning in ventilator. Those who want to become specialists, train them as a specialist. Those who don't want to become a specialist, train them like a normal person. Right? You got my point? Because if you don't have tools, why to teach you endoscopy? When you're not interested to learn endoscopy and you're happy with open surgery, do open surgeries. When you want to learn anything, you must have sufficient tools. When you have tools, then with the open mind you can understand. And when you don't have tools, you will just confuse yourself. Oh, I should buy, I should not buy, I should see, I should not see. So why to get confused? We are teaching multiple sclerosis here. There is no question of buying pain, no question of anything. So it's all up to you what you want to learn, what you want to practice. No one is there to force you. No one is. Those who have purchased, they should have. They should go to a specialized way. Those who don't want to go to specialty, don't go to specialty. Do whatever you like. There is no one to force you. No one to यहाँ किसी को मतलब नहीं है आप क्या करना चाहते हो आप जानो आपकी राधा यू एंड यू आप और आपकी राधा को राम राम इन हिंदी विषय राइट है ना मोहम्मद अरशद आप और आपकी राधा को राम राम आप और आपकी राधा को राम राम मीन्स थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग एंड learn good things, do good to the society, help the society. I don't want your money for my luxury. Those who want to buy, they buy. They want to buy one pen, you buy one pen. You want to buy two, you buy two. Neither I am the manufacturer, nor I am the seller. If you say me, sir, I want to buy ultrasound guided, ultrasound machine. Okay, you buy. Go in Google, see iPad, butterfly. Who is your dealer of butterfly? You talk to him. You take PNDT license. You do that. For me, that machine is very good. So I advise people, you do it.
Aqui, mas tá mesmo.
Okay. So thank you so much. Any more questions for today?
Sir, is it possible to reverse a diabetes patient who is using 50 units of insulin per day?
When we'll go to diabetes, we'll talk about diabetes. In multiple sclerosis, there is no diabetes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
कहाँ से किसका वाइफ को तुम उठा के ले आया था पता नहीं एंड देन यू आर सेइंग इट इज माय वाइफ तो तुम क्या बोल रहे हैं रविंद्र बेसाराम का सासू का माँ तुम्हारा बहन है ये कोई पॉसिबिलिटी है क्या क्या बोल रहा है ये देखो पांड्य तुम्हारा सासू का माँ का बहन इसका सासू है बताओ क्या बोल रहा है sister of the mother-in-law is your cousin. How is this possible? So when we will be discussing about type 2 diabetes, endocrine disorders, we'll cover that topic. I have already written. And let the topic be taught by an endocrinologist, right? Let the topic be taught by a medicine doctor who was specializing in diabetes. I'm just waiting the coming of 300 students, right?
Yes, sir. I just want to know whether the stem cell is helpful in these conditions.
Stem cell helps in everything. It is anti-aging. वो परमात्मा का वरदान है बट यू हैव टू नो हाउ टू यूज इट वेयर टू यूज इट वेयर टू इंजेक्ट इट God has given you a beautiful thing in your life. It is stem cells. It is a naturopathy treatment. It's a natural treatment. It is not a chemical. It is no what you call artificial thing. You are taking something from your body, you are processing it, and you are giving back it to your body. So it's a naturopathy treatment. It's not a medicine. It is not a Schedule H drug. Correct? Mr. Ram wants to go to washroom, so we'll close the classroom. Pandian, Mr. Ram is just standing like this. That means he wants to go to classroom. He's passing bowel gas. So we have to excuse the class for him today, right? So thank you all of you. सत श्री अकाल जी भाई सबको सत श्री अकाल वाहेगुरु
Thank you, sir.
खुदा हाफिज अल्लाह मुहाफिज सत श्री अकाल जी वाहेगुरु जी दा खालसा वाहेगुरु जी दी फतेह जी फतेह तेग तेग फतेह
Thank you, sir.
I'll
Thank you,
close
sir.
the meeting here. Bye.